thing with that word love. People define it so differently. We have a show where we actually wrote love letters to love, not to each other. We clearly mentioned each other, but we wrote a love letter to love because it was one of the times that we started to talk about what our relationship
with love
is.
Like,
not the person you're with, but your relationship with love, because people's relationship with love is very complicated. There are people who didn't get their first love, they didn't have an attachment to. My first love was my father, right? I love my father. Rest in peace, Daddy. I have a very huge attachment to my father who recently passed away. And so because of my love for my father, my relationship with love for my father, that's why I'm able to love you in the way that I loved you. But imagine if you've dealt with women who had no relationship with no father at all, right? And so they had trauma bonds in a way, and the message they got about men were from women
who had the same experience
with men.
And so it's just reinforcement of, again, men are just something to be taken from, feared, and cautious of. Like, they're not anything that can truly change your life for the better, make your life better. Like, no, man is just like a tool. Basically, there's generations of women, probably 2 generations of women at this point, that have been raised literally that a man is just a tool, just something to extract from. If you don't have a healthy relationship with love, it's going to be difficult to have a healthy relationship, period. Because love is something that shouldn't be really taken for granted, because when love goes sour, it usually has betrayal or violation or like many, many negative, very strong negative emotions come into love evaporating. Mm-hmm. And that's why the line between love and hate is so thin.
And we're not the best communicators, I think, these days.
But
right?
What's crazy about that, but we're all acting like we're headed in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? People are more miserable than they've ever been, and no one is saying like, hey, let's seriously be thinking about this and rolling all of this liberalism and all of this independence and all of this, free-spiritedness back, because maybe it isn't giving people what they thought they would get with it.